How's it going today, Marvel fans? Today I want to talk about the Eye of Agamotto and all the confusion behind why Doctor Strange has it in Spider-Man No Way Home and in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So go ahead and smash the like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive right in. So let's go over the history of the Eye of Agamotto for a little bit. It was first introduced in Strange Tales 128 in 1963. It was discovered by a guy named, well, you guessed it, Agamotto, and he was the first Sorcerer Supreme. He was one of the three Vishanti, and the Eye of Agamotto was one of the three mystical eyes. The Eye of Agamotto is a talisman. It is a relic. Just like the Cloak of Levitation, the Crimson Bands of Sidorak, the Staff of the Living Tribunal, the Boots of Valtor, the Wand of Watum, the Brazier of Bom Goliath, and the Machina di Cadadas. As I mentioned before, Agamotto is the man who discovered this, and he was one of the Vishanti. Who were the Vishanti? The Vishanti are three godlike beings that watch over the Earth's dimension, and they give counsel to the Sorcerer Supreme. And they are none other than the omnipotent Oshter, Hori Hogoth, and the all-seeing Agamotto, son of Oshter. It is a sentient object sharing all it sees with its wielder, helping the wielder find truth by radiating an all-revealing light. It is also known as the Eye of Truth, or the all-knowing, all-seeing Eye of Infinity, and it could only be wielded by one pure of heart, with a clean soul, although Mordo and Loki have both used the Eye of Agamotto in the comics, and I would hardly call them pure of heart. And they definitely don't have clean souls. The Eye of Agamotto can be used to open dimensional portals. It also allows the user to move thousands and thousands of pounds telekinetically. It can be used to track telepaths. It amplifies telepathic abilities. And last but not least, it can be used to manipulate time and space. It is not the Time Stone. The Time Stone itself is going to be much more powerful than the Eye of Agamotto when it comes to time, but the Eye of Agamotto is a lot more user-friendly. It's basically like taking pieces of each one of the stones and having a little bit of the abilities from all of them. Now, in the MCU, they used the Eye of Agamotto to hide the Time Stone because some would argue that that was the most important and most powerful and most effective. Remember, Thanos couldn't have gotten the last stone if he didn't have the Time Stone. So let's talk a little bit about No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness, because some people are confused as to why Doctor Strange has the Eye of Agamotto all of a sudden again. But to me, this was obvious from the very, very beginning. Thanos called it a fake. He didn't call the Time Stone a fake. The Time Stone wasn't there. He was holding on to the Eye of Agamotto. That's what he called fake. That's the fake. When Doctor Strange calls back the Time Stone, it comes from seemingly nowhere. But it is a time stone. Can he manipulate the time stone to push itself through time and bring itself back at the given time that he knows it needs to be, given the 14,605 futures that he watched? Are we going to see what happened to the time stone in the upcoming Avengers movies? Let's not get distracted. The Eye of Agamotto that Thanos was holding was a fake. It was just a prop. Who knows what happened to the real Eye of Agamotto or where it was. Obviously, when the Time Stone came back, it wasn't in the Eye of Agamotto, so Strange did something with it. Could have been in his back pocket. I know he wasn't wearing it in Endgame. Do you have time for that, given the circumstances? When you know all you're going to do is stop some water from impeding everyone on the battlefield. For those who already knew all of this about the Eye of Agamotto are curious why Doctor Strange wasn't using it to fight Thanos in the first place. Maybe we're going to get some of that answered in the upcoming Avengers movies. Now, the Eye of Agamotto on its own is very powerful. And just like Reed Richards from the 838 universe had mentioned, the biggest threat to the multiverse, as it seems, would be Doctor Strange. Avengers Doomsday is really going to make it seem like Doom, for us, the audience, is the biggest threat to the multiverse. But maybe Doom knows that Doctor Strange is the biggest threat to the multiverse. After all, as powerful as Doctor Doom is, Doctor Strange still is going to be the peak wielder of the Eye of Agamotto. Now, Doctor Doom is very manipulative and cunning, so he could easily sway Doctor Strange into doing his bidding. I'm not going to put it past Doctor Strange to see what the good and evil in the situation is, but I am going to see a Doctor Strange whose hands are tied, seemingly. So, why does Doctor Strange have the Eye of Agamotto in Spider-Man Brand New Day and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? Simply because he needs it. He needs it for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And I sure hope this clears up any confusion about what is the Eye of Agamotto. It is not just a cage for the Time Stone. That was a benefit that they had with the Eye of Agamotto that it was capable of doing such a thing. The Time Stone was kept inside the Eye of Agamotto, kept safe by the Sorcerer Supreme by wearing it around his neck at all times. But now that the Time Stone is gone, that doesn't mean that the Eye of Agamotto is useless. I sure hope I cleared up any questions you have about the Eye of Agamotto. If you have any other questions about any other subjects dealing with the MCU, please drop those down in the comment section below, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.